morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. This, of course, is Corvus Wayasti. Now, I know it's not Monday. I know it's normally Guild Wars Day on Mondays, but sometimes you have to do something different. And I've been getting a lot of questions about my builds. How it is that a Ranger can pretty much jump into the thick of things right next to Warriors and Guardians and Revenites in a PvE game and actually be able to keep up, if not stay up longer than most people. So I thought I'd go through this because my build is a complete unorthodox build according to a lot of the builds you see out there. It's going to be a PvE Soulbeast build. So we're going to start with equipment, obviously. Now, I'm going to tell you now, I don't have any legendary, okay? Because I'm part of the guild, but the problem is mainly time. Between trying to work and because I'm not monetized like most people on YouTube, so I have to have a full-on, blown, full-time job. So I have to make videos, and I have to work my job. And it's just between those things, I don't get enough time to come on when they're doing the missions and everything. So they're able to get on a lot more than I am, and they're able to schedule times, but I'm not able to make those scheduled times because I've also started live streaming, as you can see from the video list. So it's not going to be ascended, but it's still the same basic principles for me. I would still get the same stats. So, the helmet, the shoulders, the chest piece, power, toughness, and vitality. Or, no, I'm sorry. The helmet and the shoulders are power, toughness, vitality. The chest piece, power, toughness, ferocity. The gloves, precision, vitality, healing power. Power, precision, and ferocity is the leggings. And the boots are power, toughness, and vitality. Now you might want to ask, why would I do it like that? Well, that's simple. I want to get a well-rounded power, toughness, vitality, and ferocity with a teeny bit of healing power in there. Because given, yes, when a Ranger goes down, they have a better chance of getting up a lot easier because of the fact that they have a pet that'll run over and heal them up. But at the same time, you want to have the opportunity to not do that because there's a lot of people, because of the fact that you can get experience points from picking people up, a lot of people come pick you up. You don't want them to have to do that if you don't have to. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, well, I'm not worried about it. Someone will pick me up. They get XP for it. Don't try to rely on that. You want to rely on trying to keep yourself up. And that will actually help because of the fact that if they're not busy trying to get you up, they can be busy focused on the boss or whatever it is they're fighting at that specific moment, the group, the mobs, whatever. So you want to try and get those taken care of yourself. Now, the rune that I use is the superior rune of the Traveler. Yes, there are better things out there. There are much higher grade and higher tier things out there, but I'm not changing. This gives me all those stats, all those boosts to my stats. It gives me a double boon duration. It gives me a condition duration boost. It gives me a movement speed boost. Those help out a lot. The movement speed, okay, yeah. So it's not going to be like a, oh my goodness, that's amazing thing given. But the condition duration. Condition durations help because of the fact that a lot of the stuff I do in my skill fights has to do with conditions. Weakening, bleeding, stuff like that. I want those conditions held on. The boon duration, same thing. That's one reason when I show you my skills, that comes in handy because of the fact that I try to keep my boons on as long as I can for the max amount of ability that I can have. Now, for my weapons, I use the longbow greatsword mix. The longbow, I carry precision, ferocity, and power. That's because of the fact that that's something that when I'm shooting at someone, I want as much ability to do damage as possible while they're far away. That is my weapon for far away for a reason. If I start to get hurt too much and I'm waiting for my heals, I will double roll back out I'll use all my endurance to get out of the fight far enough away that I can start shooting them. I'll hit the number 4 on my longbow to knock them back even further, and I will just keep hitting them and hitting them and hitting them. Now that does disadvantage you if they have some kind of a force field around them that stops them from, that reflects your range back. Now remember, this is a PvE build. Next one is the Luminous, I was about to name it. It's the Great Sword. The Great Sword, power, precision, ferocity again. But if you notice on this one, I use +5 damage, and I also use the Sigil of Bloodlust for more damage, plus precision and power to help with more precise power or precise damage. On the Great Sword, I use power, toughness, ferocity, healing. A critical chance to hit a lightning strike, toughness, and toughness. The reason is because that's my close-end weapon. When I get in close, I need that extra toughness. I need that extra healing ability. Because of the fact that I'm in close, I'm in their face, I need to make sure I'm safe. Now, a lot of people are probably sitting there going, this is a dumb build. This is a dumb build maybe to you, but to me, this has worked ridiculously well. Now, for the back pieces. The back piece, I use power, precision, ferocity with toughness. Yes, the infusions will get higher. It's just, again, I haven't had time to really dive into it that much lately. But my toughness, again, I'm trying to stack on that toughness as well as get that power out there. Now, when it comes to my amulets, or my accessories, when it comes to my accessories, I keep a level of everything. As you can see, it's straight down the board, 50, all the way down. I try to find the ones that give me an equal opportunity of all of them, so that I have everything I need to pop right then and there. And I keep the infusions of toughness again to keep myself from falling down. Under the amulet, right now I have the 20 plus experience from kills because of the fact that I'm trying to build up the beetle. But generally, that would be replaced with a power. Just so you guys know, that's normally power, but right now I'm trying to do experience, so extra experience. On the actual stats, power, toughness, vitality, again, trying to get that damage out there, trying to get myself high health and everything. I'm trying to basically keep a level of the specific power, toughness, vitality, ferocity, and a little bit of healing power so that I can keep myself healed up when I hit the heals. Now, when it comes to the rings, you see the rings are exactly the same. Power, toughness, vitality, again, precision, condition damage, and power. Now, the reason I have power on there twice is because I need that damage. I have toughness on there to help me. I've got condition damage because of the weaknesses and the bleeds that I do on mobs. And then, of course, the vitality because I want that extra health. Now, underwater, same thing. Power, toughness, vitality. The rune I'll probably take out because I had it for something else, but it's totally useless now. It was actually, I had these at one time with the divinity as well. As far as the weapons, power, precision, ferocity, power or precision, toughness, and condition damage. Because of the fact that this is a spear, I go in close, I need that toughness. This is a harpoon gun, therefore I need to be out a little further, therefore I need that power to do the damage far away. Alright, so that's that. Now we're going to go to the builds. Now, I was telling you about why I needed condition damage and boon duration. Well, the first thing I have on here is Moa's stance. Obviously, we heal as one is the heal I use because of the fact that that just straight up heals me and my pet at the same time. And if he has any boons, I get them. If I have any boons, he has them. As far as the Moa stance, that increases the duration of the boons you grant while in this stance. So basically, if I'm in a tough fight, I hit that. I hit the Quickening Zephyr, and then I hit the Strength of the Pack. All three at 780, right in a row. It first, this one activates, then it activates this and increases the duration of it. Then I activate this, which also on top of it also increases this one. And that actually helps more than a lot of people realize. Now for specializations, I use Marksmanship, Nature Magic, Soul Beast. Under Marksmanship, I've chosen the Lesser Signet of Stone, the Farsighted, and the Lead the Wind one. For Nature Magic, I've chosen Instinctive Reaction, Evasive Purity, and Protective Ward. And then under Soul Beast, I have Unstoppable Union, Essence of Speed, and Oppressive Superiority. Now, again, some people may think that this is a weird build. It's not for me. It works out great. The two pets that I use is, of course, I'll bring them up here. The two pets I use, and I got to go through here because I haven't seen the names in so long, is the Smoke Scale and the Jacaranda. Now, the reason I use these two, the reason I use the Smoke Scale is because when you form with him, you get the knocked out with a powerful strike, which is another stun. If you're in there and you're fighting something that has a stun bar, you want that extra stun. Smoke Assault conceals and lashes out at nearby foes, gaining might each time you damage a foe. And then, of course, the Worldly Impact. So what I would do, for example, is I would hit F5 to blend with my beast. Then I would hit 7, 8, 0. Then I would activate F2, F3, and that would do this one, and it would make me do the multiple hits. Now I've got even more might on top of everything else that I've already got, and then I do one hard ground pound, and it takes a serious amount of health off of them. I don't touch F1 unless I need to knock something down, or like I said, I'm against something that has a breaker bar, and I need to help break that bar. I will literally hit number 5. If they're swinging punches, I'll hit number 4, and when I go to block, I'll hit them. That'll take down some of his CC bar. Then, of course, you've got the 5, which also does it. Then the F1, which also does it. Then I'll swap over to my bow, and I'll hit number 4. And again, that's another one. Now, as far as the Jacaranda and why I use that one, the reason I use this one is because of the fact that he has the lightning in a small area. It actually helps with vulnerability. When I hit with that, again, it goes back to that condition damage stuff that I was stacking in my weapons and armor. It will actually increase to almost 10 seconds of vulnerability. Almost. You've got Restore Health, Gain Regeneration, and Remove Conditions. That's a good, helpful item. And then, of course, if you're around a lot of people and you don't have time to pick anyone up because y'all are in a fight, you see some people that are getting weak that are in your party around you, you can pop F3 on this one, and it helps get them up. And it gives them a reprieve from conditions, which is really helpful. As you can see right there, conditions currently on you are ineffective. That also hits with them as well. So those are what I use. Now, I'm going to go find something to fight, and I'll be back. And when I come back, I am going to show you how I fight with this specific build. Alrighty, so I couldn't find a boss at the time. So what I'm going to do is gather up all these people. There we go. There we go. Alright. And go.
Strength of the pack. Not enough endurance.
there you have it. It works. A lot of people don't realize it, but it works. So, that's the build for the Soulbeast that I used in 2018. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, don't forget, hit that subscribe button and that notification icon. Also, enjoy hitting that like button, and there's a donation button down at the bottom for my Patreon if you want to help feed me. Alright, so, later days.